Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the preview for the game against Wolves at Molineux in the Premier League. Straight off the bat, I'm going to give you some head-to-head stats here. I'm not going to go into any questions or discuss anything. I'm just going to throw some stats at you because I know Chivy loves stats so much. So I thought I would throw a couple in here. So I'm going to name some. You tell me who has more, okay? Goals scored this season, Wolves or United?
Wolves.
Wolves,
definitely.
I thought I'd get a bit of a surprise factor there. How many do you think?
Wolves have scored 10 or 15 more than us.
Not that much, but they've scored more.
I'd say they scored
How many
like
total?
maybe 5 more than us.
Yeah, so Wolves scored 30 this season. Man United scored 24, so 6 goals less than Wolves. And Wolves are considered as well to be a team who don't score a lot of goals. So, goals conceded. Who do you think has more?
us.
Yeah, it must be us because they've done quite well. I don't think they've taken any.
I think it was Sheffield, Forest, and then us, or something like that. Some crazy stuff.
Yeah.
Goals conceded, Wolves 31, Man United 29.
Oh wow!
Yeah. Big chances created, Wolves or United?
I'll go United just because I think we've created chances, but we've just not done anything with them.
I'll go Wolves.
It is Wolves, 32 big chances created. And the last one I'm going to throw at you is shots. Who's had more shots on goal, Wolves or United?
On goal.
Yes.
Wolves.
I'll just go United to be different.
Yeah, United 196 shots, about 5 of them converted. Wolves 172. So
is that
we are very wasteful.
Is that on target?
No, that's just shots,
Okay.
just shots in general.
I was going to say on target. Definitely, we're losing that battle because we can't get it on target.
Oh, definitely.
I don't believe it. I have not seen 150 shots.
100, no, trust me, you have, mate. It's just been wasteful as fuck. It depends on the count of shot, really.
How close does it have to get to the goal to be classed as a shot? Like 10 yards, 20 yards? Like...
I think Holland has had 4.
Personally, I've seen like 12.
Well, I'd rather use your data than BBC's anyway. So, here's a nice stat for you. There's nothing to answer. Past 3 games, we've scored 4 against Wolves, conceded none, surprisingly.
All been 1-0 wins.
All been 1-0s, 2-0s. Yeah, so that's a nice stat to start off with. Now, let's get actually into the game and the finer details and the intricate things. Now, after a tricky fixture, in quotation marks, against Newport, and despite the head-to-head stats that I've just read out, that doesn't provide the full kind of context to go into Molineux because it's always a tricky game. It's always a bit of a boring game. There's always kind of need to pull something out from somewhere. So last time out, I dropped Marcus Rashford come on and score a goal from absolutely nothing. Ironic because Marcus Rashford has just had his whole kind of debacle as well recently, just before the Wolves game. Sam, do you think this game is going to need some form of individual brilliance, given how they usually go?
Well, yeah, normally United Wolves games are pretty poor to watch, aren't they? Terrible spectacles. It's normally 1-0 win or 1-0 loss. It's scrappy, and it's normally not any sort of like fun. I think if again, this has been the question every single week. If our wingers can start finding Højlund, we'll put goals past them. But
bigger, though, isn't it?
That's the big question, isn't it? Because they're not doing it, and they still haven't been doing it. And as it continues on, you wouldn't expect it to change drastically. So it might be just more of the same. Like Garnacho trying shots from stupid angles instead of cutting it back. Like you saw what happened against I know it's Newport and it's a very low league. You saw what happened when we started doing cutbacks. 2 goals from cutbacks. It's like it's that simple, man. Like you cut it back, you get an opportunity, you put a goal in the net. I know Wolves is a lot higher level, a lot better team, but those sort of opportunities, we need to create more of those type of opportunities because then it keeps the defenses guessing. Because at the minute, defense knows exactly what's going to happen with both wingers. Garnacho wants to take a shot, and Anthony wants to cut onto his left and take a shot. Rashford wants to do the same thing. So they're like, it's an easy day for him. But if we start doing cutbacks, balls across the 6-yard box, crosses, they're like, maybe they sort of back off a little bit, which then gives the wingers more space. it all sort of comes together. But it's just whether we do that consistently enough, I don't have faith that we will. So it's gonna be a tricky game, put it that way.
It was weird, wasn't it, Chivy? Because in that Newport game, we actually went really strong, arguably almost our strongest team. And somehow Newport managed to score 2 goals and cause a couple of problems. So what do United need to do better in this game if they're going to get a convincing win over Wolves? Because they have their own threats in many different areas of the pitch.
Concentration, because the first goal that Newport scored, I mean, it can't be helped. I mean, it could happen to anyone. Someone just takes a shot, deflection, it goes in. The second goal, however, was a little bit of a dip in concentration. And for some, the right wing was just gaping open. So I think we need to improve our concentration during the game. Also, we just need to kill the game off, because when they scored, the crowd, it completely changed the mood of the game.
Mm-hmm.
And for me, when the game started, I was really happy with the early goal, because in games like this, what you really need to do is just shut the crowd up, especially when you're away from home. Just shut them up. Don't give them anything. And I think if we had taken our chances earlier on, we could have been like 4-5 up. Now, to touch on what Sam mentioned about having the 2 wingers, I was saying this the other time, because when you have 2 inverted wingers who cut in on their favorite foot, it's instinctive for them to try and go for goal instead of looking for a player. Because when Anthony was on the left-hand side, I mean, that's the first time I remember him doing like a cutback. Maybe he's done them loads of times.
He had an assist, Chippy. He made an assist.
Yeah, I don't remember him doing it on the right hand side. Maybe he's done it before. But then when you play, if you're a winger playing on the wing where your stronger foot is, you're more likely to cross the ball in, to pass it, because you're not cutting in to shoot.
Mm-hmm.
And then these guys immediately, that's the first thing they think about. Garnacho wants to just step over, go on his right foot and take it in. So I'd love to see them play on opposite sides, and then be thinking more about feeding the player, feeding the strike and stuff like that, because I don't know if it's that, or if they just don't do those training drills. When they're training, I don't know if they're not trained to look for the strike. I really don't. Like, it's bizarre, really. But just to answer your question really quickly, just concentration, shut the crowd up. It's different at the Molineux, because we're always there. It's always nervy. It's what's the squeaky bum thing?
Squeaky bum time.
Yeah, it's one of them ones where it's just always nervy. We just never have a good, a confident performance out there. So one goal might not do it. We have to be able to respond. I mean, if they go 2 up or 1 up, like that's already like a massive hill to climb. So I don't know. I don't have any more confidence in this team, really. I just support them because I'm a Man United supporter. It's what you do, really. So I have no expectation.
Couldn't have said it better myself, to be honest with you. And Wolves shares ain't the only kind of tough game we've got. We're going to play West Ham, I think, after that, and then we're going to play Aston Villa away as well. So very, very tricky fixtures. And do you think this is a period, now you look at it, that's going to kind of define the season? Because if you go through these and you have a couple of losses, 2-3 losses or whatever, you start really sliding down the table, then going below like mid-table. And I'm not sure if United are capable of getting multiple wins in them 3 games. I don't know about yourself.
Look, at this point, I still think that at max, even if we play extremely good football, the max we get is 5th or 6th at max. So
Yeah.
Even if these 3 results don't go our way, I wouldn't be surprised, because once again, West Ham is a good opposition. They've beaten us once 2-0. Aston Villa, I don't know how we pulled that off against them, but I don't see us replicating that once again. And then we've got City coming up soon as well after that. So it's going to be very, very tough. Like, genuinely, this is a very tough, set of fixtures that we've got. And yeah, it definitely sets the tone, because I think even if we end up with 1 win and 2 losses, we know how this team will react to the rest of the season. We know they'll just, if you look at the leaderboard right now, if Wolves win against us, they go level on points with us.
Yeah,
and actually leapfrog us. So they go up to 8th or 7th if they win, and we drop down to 9th or 10th. So
Exactly.
I think this game, I'm not as much worried about West Ham or Villa, because West Ham or Villa is something that you would still expect. You would expect anything against Wolves as well, but with Wolves the pressure is even higher, because when
That's
you
the
see a
easiest
team,
game out of the lot, isn't it? Technically.
exactly my point.
Yeah.
And when you see a team like Wolves leapfrog you by beating you, and you
Yeah.
drop to 9th or 10th, it feels even worse. I mean, if West Ham beats us, I would still say, we've lost to them before. And if we lose against Villa, I'll say they're genuinely going to be in the top 4 either way. So,
Yeah.
Bulls is a fixture where I'll go. I don't know. I think these 3 games might even set the tone for Ten Hag's future as well.
Exactly.
Because if he doesn't produce results against these 3 oppositions,
Yeah, you're done.
he's
You're done.
gone. He might
Yeah.
be gone this season itself if he doesn't
I
produce
agree.
results against these 3.
I agree. Quick fire question for you is the last one on Manchester United. Andre Onana is back from his extremely successful campaign with Cameroon at the AFCON. Been a bit of a mess back and forth where he's staying, going, playing, being started, like just a load of shit around it. But he is back now. Does he go straight back in? Do you all think? Yeah.
Unfortunately.
Yeah. Right him back in time. I think you all remember at the start of the season as well, where he made a bit of a clanger to start his United career off against Wolves.
Yeah.
So that's very
Can
interesting.
Can we blame Chivy's country that he's the reason he's coming back so soon?
Yeah.
Chivy's
Thanks,
fault.
Nigeria.
Yeah.
Bastards. Anyway, talk a little bit about Wolves, who are actually flying at the moment, fresh off their brawl against West Brom in the FA Cup. Utter madness in that game, so they'll probably have a couple of bruises there. Only 1 loss in the last 10 games, 3 draws and 6 wins. Cunha, Neto, these kind of players doing bits for him in the attacking department. Don't watch him that much to see, kind of style play and all that kind of jazz. But you get the gist with what Gary's doing over there. They're only 3 points behind us, like Shreyas mentioned. If they win, they go level, which is just fucking crazy. But the job that Gary O'Neill has done, Sam, do you think Bournemouth were too quick to kind of just basically piss him off and just say, yep, to the bit?
Yeah, because when he originally got the job from, is it Scott Parker, the one before?
I think so, yeah.
Because he got absolutely thrashed by Liverpool, didn't he? And then he lost his job. And he did well. He kept them up. He had a little bit of a stumble towards the end of the season, but for the most part, did all right. And you thought he deserves to take the job on, and for the job he did, and get another crack at it. But I think they got new ownership, didn't they, or new investment? With like Michael B. Jordan was involved in the investment group and stuff, so they just decided to sort of tear it up and start again with Iola. Is that his name? Adniola? I can't remember.
It's fuck knows. I don't even know.
Who started off? Who started off a bit tricky, but he seems to have got it together. But it remains to be seen whether he's going to be successful or not. But at Wolves, we were all. I think a couple of us in the season preview, we all said they're going down. Like they've lost a couple of best players. The manager's fucked off. They ain't spending money, and we're all like, yeah, they're fucking done. It's over.
Yeah.
But Gary Neal's come in. He's got him playing. He's got Cunha playing well. Neto's playing well. Like they're extremely the Korean striker they've got, who's at the he's scoring goals. So he's got him playing really well, and it shows because, like you said, the 3 points behind us. So it shows the job he's done. So I think he definitely deserves credit. He probably won't get voted as like manager of the season or anything like that, but he definitely deserves like recognition for the job he's done alongside like the likes of Unai Emery and stuff like that. Like he's done a terrific job. So all credit to him. I just hope that we do continue the record that we seem to have against them and beating them. Like I'll take a 1-0 win at this point. I'll take a shitty game as long as it's 3 points. I'll take it at this point.
Also, as well to note, Wolves have been fucked over probably the most by VAR over anyone. If you look at some of their decisions this season, they have been
Liverpool
so
offside,
bad.
was it in the cup?
Yeah, but there's like a list. There's like 20 of them that you can go through. And Gary O'Neill got to a point where he did an interview after the game. He was like, "I'm just, you know what? I don't care. I'm not even going to talk about it because nothing ever happens. Nothing gets done. I'm sick of talking about it, basically." This is happening week in, week. There was a period like I think November, December where there was just like shocking decision after decision. So hopefully there's fucking none tomorrow. Just in the first game, Chivy, Wolves kind of targeted that midfield, didn't they? You had Sarabia dropping in, you had Cunha dropping in as well, just causing fucking shitloads of problems and outnumbering Casemiro. and a bit of transitional work, which was kind of hitting us hard as well. Do you think we'll see the same again tomorrow, or are you kind of hoping that we address them issues?
I don't think it will be as I don't think it'll be as easy as it was in the first game, because Casemiro was ultimately isolated in the first when we played in the first game. I think it'll be a little bit more difficult now. Midfield is actually the one place that I'm most comfortable with at the moment now, with Casemiro and back. So that's the area of the game that I'm actually quite comfortable with. It will be interesting to see how they approach this one, because it's a completely different setup. I honestly don't know what to expect. I just know it's going to be cagey. Tomorrow, Thursday is one of those games that I don't care about the performance. I want 3 points, and I know I'll bitch and moan if we play terrible, but I just want the 3 points. I at this point, that's
you
what I
need it. It's not even a want; it's a necessity at this point, isn't it?
I just, it didn't occur to me that we're going to play West Ham and Villa after this. Like, we could be 13th
easily. Yeah, we're all going into this Wolves game thinking, I don't know, it's going to be a bit of a tough one. And then West Ham, we've already been beat off 2-0. Aston Villa is just like, we only just beat them by like probably our best performance of the season. But at Villa,
unbeaten as well.
Sorry?
At Villa, they're unbeaten, aren't they?
Yeah.
So, I don't know, man. I think it's going to be tricky.
So we could be quite easily 13th place. So, like,
crazy.
I really don't care. I hope what's happening to them in terms of the VAR thing, just one more day.
One controversial penalty we'll take.
Yeah.
And after we play, and then they can go on. But Nick, I really don't know what to expect tomorrow in terms of the midfield. It will be a battle, and I'm really happy we have Casemiro and Kobe Mino, because at the very least we have level heads. At the very least, and we have people who can read the game, people who sense danger. With a partner there, Casemiro won't have to be making those last-ditch attacks. Sorry,
Can I just interject? You say calm heads. Did you see the scissor tackle that Casemiro put on in the Newport game for no reason? Yeah. For no reason, he got a yellow. Like, why? Why is he doing that?
He's got that in his game, though.
It's just stupid. Yeah. Like, don't
he has
do
got
that.
In his game.
Stop doing it.
He always does it.
It's so
one
annoying.
wild thing per game he has in his locker.
Stop it, please stop it.
I kind of don't mind. I like a bit of bite me. I like a bit of like.
I like bite, but like get away with it. Stop getting booked.
Yeah.
Every fucking game, stop getting booked. Yeah. So tired of it.
Yeah. Well, let's see what happens. Tomorrow. That's the only part of our setup that I'm most comfortable with at the moment. So.
Yeah. Where else do you think we can hurt Wolves, Shreyas? When you look at their team, where do you think the flake here? Or do you just think it's going to be down to if the attackers are on it, and if they're finding Højlund, then maybe we'll get something out of it?
I don't believe that they'll find Højlund. Like, genuinely, that ship has sailed. It's never happening this season. Maybe next season sometime it happens, but this season I don't have any hope that anyone will be passing to Højlund in the final third. With Wolves, the problem is they're a very organized team. Like, if you see them play, they're a very, very organized team, and it's not like they're going to be playing a high line. They'll want us to come at them, and then they'll hit us back at every single moment, and they've got the perfect players for it. I think Neto is definitely a good player, and Cunha as well, but Sarabia is actually someone who keeps them clicking. Like, the moment we lose out on the ball and they need to launch a counter, Sarabia is there.
I rate him so much.
Yeah, he's a very underrated player. He's genuinely very underrated player.
That goal he scored against Tottenham, the one touch and a volley.
Yeah.
The technique on that, mate. God damn.
Like, when you see quick decision making inside the box, then when you need to keep hold of the ball, he can keep hold of the ball as well, find the right player at the right time. So he's a very well-rounded player in that sort of a system. And even if you look at their midfield, they've got the right players in the right positions. If you look at it in a physicality sort of way, if you have to look at it in a creative sort of way, so they're pretty well-rounded. And the problem with us is, going into any game, we still don't know how we are going to be playing. What is the shape going to be? Is there going to be any shape in the first place? how will Bruno be directed? Will Bruno be playing as centre back or right back, or actually be playing as a 10? So the thing is, with Wolves, I know what to expect, and there are the areas where you might hurt him is definitely stretch the play out, allow their players to actually go wide, because that's when the holes start to appear.
Mm-hmm.
The problem is I still don't know how we are going to be approaching the game. I still don't know whether we'll actually be seeing a midfield of Casemiro, Meno, or Bruno. What if Eriksen comes in? What if McTominay comes in?
That's why I'm glad Casemiro's playing, because you talk about stretching the pitch. Like, Casemiro is the one guy who I can see get on the ball. I know Kobe's kind of capable of doing it, but the one guy who can play that first time long ball to open up that space.
Yeah.
And that's why I'm glad he's in the team.
He's more experienced, at the top level. He's more experienced than Meno. And perhaps maybe if this if this midfield does get played, I'll be a lot more confident that at least going into a even if it's going to be a stalemate, then I'll be a lot more confident that we won't really get overpowered in the midfield altogether. That Lisandro gets and Varane gets sucked into it altogether.
Yeah, for sure. Right, let's do some quick fire questions then. Manchester United versus Wolves. Will Marcus Rashford start?
No.
I said yes in my team selection. So.
Okay. Who will score first, Wolves or United?
United.
United.
Okay. Will there be more than 2 goals in this game?
No.
No.
We know him too well. And who will be the one to watch this game?
I'll say Lisandro. I saw there's a couple of passes that he was spraying about the other against Newport, and I was like, this is what we've missed. We've missed this sort of thing, so I'm hoping he gets into his stride and starts putting more impact on the game.
I think Cunha.
It's a good shout.
I agree.
I'll go Neto.
Yeah, either one. Or Hwang Hee. I mean, they've got dangerous attackers, haven't they, when you
Hwang
think
Hee
about
is
it?
out.
Hwang's at the Asia Cup.
He's out
still.
Yeah, he's at Asia
Cup. Nice. Oh, happy days then. Well, at least that's one less player to worry about. Okay then. Can we get into the predicted 11s? Let us know who's up first.
Absolutely. And we have
usually me.
Chivy.
I'm guessing. Oh, Chivy's first. I bet you can't remember, can you?
No, it's the same game from same team from Newport. Just
exact same.
With Onana in.
Oh, with Onana in. Okay.
Onana in the, I mean, I suppose it kind of explains itself because that's Erik ten Hag. He's a sucker for, playing the same 11 all the time. Onana's back, so he's going to play him. And I think actually that's probably on paper, that probably is sad to say, but that's probably like our strongest lineup, I think. Normally, I would say Marcus Rashford over, I'd like to see Garnacho on the right-hand side and Marcus Rashford on the left, but he's not going to start, so I think it'll be same.
Well, this channel is called Real Reds Talk, and that is the most authentic take you're going to get there, right there from Chivy. That is what the team has done to him this season. Just kind of, it's going to be the same.
I'm sorry for coming across like that. I'm really sorry.
No, I prefer it.
I feel you, mate. I feel you.
Like
I feel
the
energy.
It's authentic. It's no good saying that. Yeah, Rashford on the left, hat trick. This guy's going to do this. Like, it's not real, is it? It's not authentic. So, I'd rather that. So, Sam, who's up next?
Shall I ask?
Mr. Singh.
I'm going with the same team as well. The same team as Newport, just Onana coming back.
See what I'm saying?
For the same reason stated. I mean, it's not
Fair
even
enough.
surprising at this point.
Mate,
Like, this is the first.
if we can figure this out, can you imagine what Gary O'Neill, like...
Yeah, like, right, lads,
I mean,
he's going to play,
look,
he's not going to pass it there, and he's going to do that.
If Wolves
so...
actually, have to make a game plan, they'll just go, okay, he's going to be playing, Anthony's going to be playing there, Garnacho's going to be playing there. Just leave Højlund alone. No one's going to pass
we don't.
Just isolate them all the wings all together, and Højlund will just be there at the center of the pitch like this.
We don't need to mark Højlund. There's no point. So just it's fine.
Yeah.
Sadly enough. Who's next, Sam? I think we've made a couple of tweaks, haven't we?
Go for it.
Yes. Obviously, Onana's going to be back, so we all know he's going to be in there. Delo, I've gone with Maguire, just because with Varane, you never know. It's like a bit of a wild card. Sometimes he's just out randomly. So I think Maguire got a few minutes back in with Lisandro. I put Dalot twice. I don't know how that's happened, but it's Shaw on the left back. I mean, on my notes, I put him twice. So apparently Dalot's got a twin. Mainu, Casemiro, Bruno, same midfield, and then I think they might go with a bit of a wild card again and start Marcus on the left and Garnacho on the right.
Yeah. So I've gone a combination of your two teams. So my back four and with Onana in it, and then the midfield are the same as the Newport thing. And then the front three, I've got Rashford in there. I think Eric Ten Hag's going to think, look, you fucked up during the week. This is your opportunity now to put it right and save yourself. And I think that he might do that just to see what happens. I could be wrong, and then that allows Garnacho to be on the right, which I think is more effective and I think he's better. Wouldn't surprise me to see Varane come out and trade him out, or I could see him rotated against West Ham on Sunday because that's quite a quick turnaround. So maybe you see Maguire coming against West Ham. Not sure, but you could see that. But I want to see that midfield like that. That has to be the midfield. I've seen a stat, and I don't believe it, but it must be true. Diego Dalot has the best tackle success rate, 88% in the Premier League than any player.
Nah,
Yes, he does.
nah, I'm not having that.
Wild. That's fucking wild.
I wonder what his stats are defending the back post area, though. I
terrible.
don't think that's very fucking good.
Terrible.
Is
The
it?
thing is, that is true, and I've seen it in a lot of games. The problem is he gives it right away. While moving forward, he gives it
Like the
right
Fred.
away.
The Fred at right back.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Right then, I think there's only one last thing to do, lads. Score predictions. Who wants to cook up the first one?
1-0 Wolves.
Strauss,
Jesus.
come on.
Okay.
You've even
No.
bombed Chivy out.
Go with your heart.
You've ruined Chivy's day.
Go with your heart. 1-0 Wolves. Yeah. Talk about realistic score predictions. Jesus.
Either way, it's going to be 1-0.
Yeah, you're probably right.
Exactly.
Yeah, take your
One
pick.
way or another.
1-0 United.
I've gone one.
I have to
Go
go
on.
with Nick is going to go 1-1.
Yeah. How do you know I was going to go 1-1 then?
What do you always fucking do, man? And you'll probably be 1-1. That's the most annoying thing as well. Like,
And we'll still take it happily.
because we've been here so many times where we're like kind of like trying to be optimistic, and it goes like, it's gonna be
But
1-1.
I'm doing a score prediction that I think, do you know what I mean? That's genuine.
No, yeah. But you're usually more right.
Oh, right. Oh.
Yeah.
I hope it's not 1-1, but...
Yeah, hope it's
Yeah.
1-0.
I'll go with Sam. I think I'm gonna go 1-0 United.
Bruno is scoring in this
I've
game
put-
as well.
I've gone 1-0 United just because I don't like Chivy. I'm beyond caring about this team anymore.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna put out positive score predictions just because I can't be bothered anymore. Just reflecting on how shit this team is and just we're gonna lose. Yeah, it's gonna be shit. I just can't be asked anymore. Like, let's just.
And as well, we've got the trifecta back. We've got Varane, Lisandro, Casemiro back. Luke Shaw
back
as
too.
well.
Yeah.
There's a little bit of optimism there, at least, if at the very least. So
Yeah, but Onana's back in net, Chivy.
Starting and
Yeah, he's back. He's back
I
in net.
think that's
which-
all they'll score. They'll get a set piece. It'll just go in.
He'll catch it like that with his hands wide open and then be stood on his line and thinking, what's going on? Dear me.
And Lisandro will headbutt him on the pitch. It'll be a whole scene tomorrow.
Yeah.
Like, what's the problem with United? Because this guy was like top 10 Ballon d'Or. What
The
was
Champions
it?
League final, for fuck's
Yeah.
sake.
He was in the Champions
best
League.
goalkeeper.
He was in the world. Yeah, he was the best
Yeah.
goalkeeper in the world.
That's just
Less
what the
than
club does.
365 days ago.
Yeah, well, I know it's a different keeper, but you saw Dubravka shit his kicks, didn't you, after one game at United? So
Fucking hell.
it's just the belly of the beast, man. Like, I did it to Barthez, did it to fucking loads of goalkeepers. Just, don't know what it is. I'm actually, we'll end the preview in a minute, but it's just sparked a bit of a thought in a minute. I'm actually sat here thinking I would happily go take back De Gea now after watching him this season. Genuinely, that's not bullshit. That's not. I would take him back because I know he can't play out from the back, right? But he makes saves and he doesn't do stupid shit.
With those points. He was saying
Yeah.
that-
Do you know what?
So he lost his points, but he saved his points. Onana's just doing
It's-
like one, just losing his points. That's
It's
it.
never going to happen, but at this point, I'd put Tom Heaton in goal for the rest of the season.
Yeah.
Like, safe pair of hands. He's not going to do stupid shit. He's not
Yeah.
insane. Like, he's just a boring, normal dude.
No, but he's also got distribution. This is one thing that's like underrated about Tom Heaton. He's got good reflexes. Just like, let's just do it. I know he's but anyway.
So Heaton and net tomorrow then. Sorted. Went down a bit of a rabbit hole there with goalkeepers. I'll leave you with this tune. Sorry we haven't read any comments out. A lot of stuff to discuss. Can't speak. Please make sure you smash a like on the video. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. Of course, we'll be live before the game and after as well. And we'll have a new show for you guys tomorrow. So as always, stay tuned, stay locked in, smash like on the video, and I'll leave you guys with this tune. Not heard it in a while. Capybara!
We're gonna go with Onana.
Not heard it for a while. Peace.